Think that you are running Azure App Service or Azure Functions, and now you need secure network connectivity to your resources. Azure provides virtual network integration, which allows your apps to connect to private resources securely without exposing them to the internet. When you integrate your Azure App Service or Azure Functions with a virtual network, you are ensuring secure and private connectivity between your apps and other resources. This integration allows your apps to access databases, APIs, and other services inside a virtual network while keeping your traffic off the public internet. However, it's important to understand that VNet integration doesn't make your app private. It only allows your app to reach internal network resources securely. If you need complete isolation, you will need to use private endpoints instead. With VNet integration, your app can make outbound calls to resources in the virtual network, including virtual machines, private databases, and on-premises systems connected via ExpressRoute or VPN. This feature supports TCP and UDP traffic and requires a dedicated subnet. If your app is an app service environment, it's already deployed within your virtual network and doesn't require additional configuration. However, if your app is using the basic, standard, or premium app service plans, you will need to manually enable VNet integration to securely connect to private resources. If you want to completely block public access to your app, you should use Azure Private Link with private endpoints. This method assigns a private IP to your app service and ensure that all inbound and outbound traffic stays within your virtual network. Unlike regular VNet integration, private endpoints allow your app to be accessed only from within your private network and make it an ideal solution for scenarios where security and compliance are top priorities. To manage network security effectively, you can apply network security groups to control which traffic is allowed in and out of your app. You can also use user-defined routes to direct traffic through specific paths such as firewalls or security appliances. If you need a dedicated outbound IP address to maintain consistency in traffic routing, NAT gateway is a useful option. Additionally, service endpoints and private endpoints ensure that your app can securely access Azure SQL, storage, and other Azure services without relying on public internet connectivity. When setting up VNet integration, you will need to plan your subnet size carefully. Each app service plan instance consumes an IP address, and if you scale out your app, the required address space temporarily doubles during the scale operation. For Windows containers, each containerized app consumes an extra IP address per instance, so you should use at least /26 subnet to avoid running out of the available IPs. Since subnet size cannot be changed later, planning for future growth is essential. In summary, by integrating your Azure App Service and functions with a virtual network, you gain greater control, improved security, and seamless hybrid connectivity. Whether you are simply securing outbound traffic with VNet integration or fully isolating your app with private endpoints, you are making sure that your cloud applications communicate privately and securely, keeping your data protected and your network architecture optimized.